Hi, we're live from the 2015 Robotics Leadership Summit at GE's Global Research Center in Niskayuna, New York. We're here with Whittaker. He's a professor of robotics and director of the Field Robotics Center at Carnegie Mellon University, and he's also one of the founding fathers of the field. So, Professor, today you were talking about autonomous driving, mining, farming, space exploration. Could you kind of give us some of the key highlights that you were bringing to this audience here?
I've spoken about the transformation in automation features going into cars, safety features like lane keeping, cruise control, backup collision protection, big movement in automated farming, crop farming. Almost everything that humans have come from either mining or farming. Robotics is coming gangbusters in the mining world. Oil and gas, of course, very big in security, defense, huge markets.
It's fascinating. So, what is it that you're most excited about today in robotics, both in either in research or that's already deployed out into the field?
In robotics research, perhaps the highest excitement for me is in the accomplishment of authentic autonomy. So this has been an ambition, of course, to win the car race. So you had to have good behaviors, understanding where they are, where they're going, other traffic, what to do. Now autonomy is coming into the work world, reasoning about what it's around and thinking about what to do, how to do it, how to stay out of trouble and to get the job done. In the perception, the seeing part of it, there are new exciting sensors that are quite small and directly read range and geometry, not just beautiful pictures, and those are making a huge change in robotics. And finally, these intriguing things for robots to do, which is everything from hunting offensive starfish off the barrier reefs to exploring in space. It's quite amazing that all this occurs in my lifetime and that the best is yet to come.
So that's interesting that you mentioned about perception and the kind of, as you said, also sort of the arms race of cognition also. Where do you see the field being with all these rapid changes in 5 years?
Within 5 years, cars will have great capacities for safety, reaction, and in some cases the ability to drive in restricted settings. That the drones that are now not so much more than toys will be our agents in commercial coverage like newscasting and real estate ads and delivering packages in things like the serious work setting, offshore oil drilling, maintenance of ships, the cleanup of our nuclear heritage. These more autonomous machines will bring the efficiency, quality, economy to operations, in some cases, unachievable by humans.
So obviously everything's moving very quickly. We all see that. And it's probably hard to look out 10, 20, 30 years into the future with how this field's going to evolve. But can you put your sort of fortune teller's goggles on and maybe fast forward us ahead 20 years? What will it look like?
A few decades from now, we'll look back and we'll wonder, why did we ever have humans driving things? Why is it that we were ever out there slowly driving tractors up and down rows of corn? Why is it that we use humans in suits to go into hazards, go into heat, go into nuclear, go deep underwater? In many ways, these machines will extend our experience. By doing so, many of these machines will improve our quality of life. That can be everything from elder care to providing for us a type and quality of time in our own lives. So many lives are harried by what they got to do, what they got to get done. This kind of work, that kind of work. They got to pick somebody up. They got to get the lawn mowed. They got to do this, got to do that. I envision a world where, to the extent that any person would choose to have that offloaded, that this technology and this enterprise will change that a great deal. Yeah, I'd like to add, that some of these ideas for robotic delivery to the doorstep and robotic services could further change what we do with our time and the efficiency with which people operate. We've already experienced a vast impact and transformation of computing and software, and everybody understands it. And what robotics adds to the physical dimension, going beyond sensing and thinking or working on data to some real action in the world. It can be moving, manipulating, some combination of it, and in many cases the purposes of it are as yet unknown. Could be that this technology is maybe 2% along in its development, and our ideas of what to do with it might be 2%. Not too long ago, this was completely science fiction and fantasy. Completely. Now, in so many cases, if you can dream it, you can do it.
So what are the sort of the hurdles to getting to that place where, as you were talking about, offloading chores, things like that? We see that with Roomba and other things in people's homes. To get to the point that you're talking about where you can really point the robot like a helper or a real aid, how do we get there?
One of the biggest agendas is the refinement and the engineering, the production, the scale of use in the world. So there isn't a single robot today that comes anywhere close to the packaging and the elegance of devices that have the benefit of refinement, miniaturization, integration, getting cameras and inertia sensors and computers and radios into something that's more. The ingredients in a robot, except for swimming or crawling or rolling or reaching or handling things, are common denominators with those prior technologies. And one of the great things it's called for is that kind of refinement and production. So robotics has many, many, many things and does not yet have the Henry Ford of robotics. It doesn't yet have its Bill Gates. That person is walking around somewhere right now. I'm certainly not it. And that's coming.
That's fascinating. Well, thank you very much for taking the time, Professor. It was enlightening.
Wonderful to be here.
Thank you.